Okay, today we're making Peruvian pollo al brasa. We start with a whole chicken that I split in half. And here's our ingredients. We have fresh ají panca, soy sauce, mustard, vinegar. You can use any beer. And garlic. And we're going to add all these into this bowl. I'm not going to use all that panca, but we're going to add all these to the bowl and we're going to whip it up real quick. Add a little bit more panca. We're just going to want to make enough of this to cover the chickens. A little soy sauce. We got mustard. A lot of this stuff, there's really no set amount you're putting. Red wine vinegar. I'm gonna put about half that beer. Pretty good amount of salt. Some ground pepper. A little bit too much there, not a problem though. Some cumin. Pretty decent amount of this here. It's one of the primary flavor profiles. And then some Peruvian oregano. Get the oregano in there. Now we're going to go ahead and put the garlic. Seems like a lot of garlic. These are pretty much the main flavors. And we're going to go ahead and whip these up. I find the immersion blender works the best. Gonna add a little bit more liquid in here. We need this a little bit more. Let's put a little bit more soy. Get some more blend on here. Okay, after a couple minutes of the immersion blender, this is what we have as far as a consistency. You'll see it's a pretty nice, pretty thick, but yet still loose enough to get into all crevices. But it'll be a little bit sticky too, which is kind of what you want so it sticks better. So now you have your split chicken, and right before you marinate it, you go ahead and always make a nice little cut right in here in the leg, just a little tiny one. It really helps to get the marinade down into the leg area there, which helps. And then you're also going to make a little pocket underneath here in the breast, because we're going to stuff marinade down there as well. Okay. Now before you put the marinade on, you always want to make sure that your chicken is really dry, or else the marinade won't stick. And it has to be super dry. You're going to use a lot of paper towels for this part. But once it's done, you just simply pour your marinade right on top like that. Save a little bit because of course we have the rest. The first thing you want to do is marinate it, get it all good and rubbed around here. And of course make sure you get some in that little hole right there. You finger that hole right there. You see that? Get it down in there. And you always want to make sure you get it up on the breast, under the skin, on the breast. See that? See that? On the breast, underneath the skin area. See that? That's that little pocket, remember we made? So you get this good and covered. So the underside gets good and covered too. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the same with the second one. So this is what it looks like now that we've put both of our chickens in the bowl. Everything's nice and covered. And you see it's enough to just barely cover it up pretty like that, as you can see. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the fridge for really the whole day. It's gonna be like maybe 8 hours. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go for about 4 hours, and I'm gonna have a little timer, and I'm gonna go in and flip it around, move it around so it gets all good and happy in here. Okay.